Hey, this is Main Art. Thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to try to do a creepy playing card or joker card. Let's see what we can come up with. This is a very rough outline just with the pastel. So I'm starting it off and then I will just jump in after I get some basic outline here. Jump in with the charcoal and we'll see what we can kind of bring to the forefront here. So far, I'm just gonna really start very loose. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll see how I start some of the other pieces. Just really loose with the charcoal and pastel. Right. From here, let's get in with darker charcoal. See if I can start giving it some detail. I start adding some dark areas and then just get some shading, just a slight blend. Start giving it a little bit more texture on some of these corners here, just to start it off. Okay, so definitely interesting look here. Definitely doing a little bit more of these exaggerated type features on this. From here, let's see if I can just get in, start working on this kind of an eye. Okay, so kicking that off there, just gonna get in here, just really start giving some detail on this eye. Let's come back in with some different coloration. So, all right. So let's start out with this very rough character. Just gonna see if we can accentuate it, get some different teeth in there. Gives it a cool look. So we have from here this card centerpiece up here, right at the top. I'll just continue to start adding some color to it. Coming off the front here, we'll do another extension of this kind of weird jester types look and feel. All right, so here we have the upper area of our card. I'm going to continue and maybe get something in the lower region as well, which would be kind of cool. With our same spacing, see what we can get maybe down in this section, so we can do almost a double-sided piece. So yeah, definitely just gonna make an interesting Joker card rendition. I know there's a lot of them out there, a lot of cool stuff you can do, but this is just gonna be today, having some fun, seeing what we could come up with. And I know I have my loose boundaries, which, I just did that to start loose, so I can come back, of course, and extend that out a little bit further if we want. And add just some dimensions to these turns. Hook this down a little bit on this side, another one. Start to get some color in there. And then just adding that little pastel sharper line gives it a really cool look. All right, so from here, just gonna jump back in and then maybe see what we want to do with this one. Could come in and do almost right, so from this one, let's see if we can do something a little bit different. Maybe get the eyes going. Change this one up slightly using that bright orange. It's a cool look. Okay, from here, let's get back in with the charcoal. Accentuate some of those lines. We lighten that edge there. Just keep the shape of the nose. There you go, just very, very loose there. For this one, let's see if we can do maybe some different kind of teeth. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know, I'll do some characters like this with this weird, kind of longer, loose teeth. Maybe we can try that here. So extend that out a little bit. All right, so definitely getting a little interesting here. See if I could fill in some of this color slightly. Just add some more dimension with this pastel. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely starting to look weird. Just gonna do some light shading. And if you definitely, you know, if you see my other videos, you'll see more of the creepier vibe. So I definitely invite you to subscribe, you know, check that out. Always doing some different things. So let me just come back in on this one. See if I can get that kind of grinning feel. All right, so here we have the centerpiece of the card. Let's see if we could get in around the outline, see if we can add a little bit more detail. So I think that would be cool. What I'm going to do here is just come in with, let's say we do something pretty cool looking like this. And I'm not sure what this this font is. This is just going to be just something purely just do it right like this. So we'll get the J going. a little dimension to that. Not too much though, but okay, cool. So I definitely like that. So I'm gonna just then take it to even this out a little bit so we get the full picture. See if we can start accentuating some colors here. Going back over the charcoal, it's a cool effect too you can do. All right, so yeah, that's definitely coming along there. Now let's just get in here, see if I can start getting some of that outline done. Maybe we just return with our bright color here. See if I can just go straight down, very rough. Doesn't have to be 100%, just gonna give it some loose lines. Perhaps this thing is, a little older, kind of a vintage type card. Okay, just yeah, add a little bit of dark in the corners. That gives it a cool look. Just fade that out. Okay, from here I'm gonna just start to do some tight turns right on that outside. See what that looks like. That gives it a little bit more dimension. Just giving that a slight turn. And of course, darken that a little bit there, just working the edges. Come down in this section. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely on the creepier vibe side here, which is what we were going for. Now I'm even going to get in on this side. Let's just see if we can do something here. Could go straight down. Let's try that, see what it looks like. that. So from here, I'm just going to get in here, see if we can accentuate those lines a little bit. And then like we did on the large one, I'm just going to go in with our yellow. Get some coloration. Then we'll go back in, really make that stand. All right, yeah, so that's definitely coming into a pretty interesting look and feel coming off this side. Then you can, you could just kind of get in and add some just interesting shapes just to add to the character. Okay. All right, so definitely have a lot happening here. I'm just gonna finish up with a few different areas. Just get a little bit more color. Try to use the edge of the page there just to really get that in there. Just add a little bit of kind of a bell. It's kind of cool. Sometimes you see that, just a little. Alright, so I think we're almost going to be set here. Just going to add a little bit more dimension coming off the top. Catch that edge a little bit. Just gives it a cool feel. You know, maybe some lines could be cool. Really, just giving it shape gives it that texture. Coming off this side too. Start to give it that kind of jagged, ripped sections. Pretty cool. And I'll do one last quick piece here. See if we can get something weird in here just to fit, just because I'm looking at the space. So I might as well have fun with it. Maybe just get a kind of another little skull character just hanging out on off the side here. Yeah, so we just stuck in a interesting character on this side, coming off this edge. So let me just go back over this main section here. But yeah, so we added something in. All right. Well, yeah, this has definitely been fun. This one is going in a lot of different directions, so I'm just gonna start to try to finish out some of it quickly here. But yeah, this is main art. Again, thank you for checking out my video. I do invite you to subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and yeah, definitely keep drawing, staying creative. Extra here. Do one final little piece, and then I think we're gonna be in good shape. So very faint, just gonna get a little bit of shape on that. Finally, just come back in with the charcoal, and I think we should be in good shape. All right. Well, thank you so much again. I appreciate it. Take care.